Have you ever paused to question why, despite being inundated with endless advice on achieving the perfect life, so many of us still wrestle with feelings of inadequacy, anxiety, and unfulfillment? It's as if happiness is this shimmering mirage perpetually dangling just beyond our grasp, no matter how hard we chase it. This paradox echoes a timeless Stoic truth. We endure more suffering in our minds than in reality. Consider this. How often do our fears, worries, and catastrophic what-ifs fail to materialize? Yet, they loom large, overshadowing the present moment and distorting our perception of life itself. This realization is transformative. It forces us to rethink how we interpret and respond to the world around us. In today's fast-paced culture, which glorifies instant gratification and relentless pursuit of external validation, it's all too easy to lose sight of what truly matters. But there's a beacon of hope. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy rooted in virtue, wisdom, and emotional resilience, holds profound lessons for navigating modern life. The Stoics teach us that while we cannot always control the events that unfold, we hold absolute power over how we react to them. By mastering our responses, we unlock a reservoir of inner strength and contentment, regardless of external circumstances. If you've ever felt like happiness feels distant or wondered how ancient wisdom might illuminate the chaos of contemporary existence, you're exactly where you need to be. Together, let's embark on a journey to craft a life of enduring fulfillment and serenity. A life where challenges don't derail us because we stand firmly anchored in something greater than fleeting emotions or external pressures. Join me as we delve into timeless Stoic principles that have the potential not only to reshape your mindset, but also to revolutionize the way you live. Picture your life as a lush, vibrant garden, a space you've nurtured with care and intention. You are the gardener, and though it's delightful to welcome visitors, friends, family, loved ones, remember, this garden belongs to you. It's your haven, your masterpiece, your responsibility. Now imagine focusing all your energy on pleasing a single visitor, neglecting the flowers, trees, and soil that sustain its beauty. What happens? The blooms fade, the leaves wither, and the essence of your sanctuary crumbles. Herein lies a vital lesson from Stoicism. When we tether our happiness or self-worth to another person, we relinquish control over our own lives. We destabilize the very foundation of our inner garden. This isn't to say we shouldn't love deeply or care passionately, but we must do so from a place of strength, not dependency. Cherish others, yes, but never at the expense of your self-sufficiency and inner peace. The Stoics remind us to focus on what lies within our sphere of control, our thoughts, choices, and reactions. These are the tools we wield to shape our destiny. When you entrust your happiness to someone else, you surrender your autonomy, inviting disappointment and heartache. So, how can you reclaim your power? Begin by affirming your inherent worth. Cultivate passions that ignite your spirit. Nurture talents that make you unique. Take ownership of your joy. As you do, you'll find yourself growing more resilient, and your relationships will flourish, not out of desperation, but from a place of wholeness. You are the most important person in your life, not out of arrogance, but out of profound self-respect. Loving others, sharing experiences, and building connections are invaluable, but never at the cost of losing sight of your own path. A strong, content, and self-reliant individual becomes the best version of themselves, and in turn, the best friend, partner, and family member they can be. In a world obsessed with overexposure, where every fleeting thought and moment is paraded for public consumption, there's an undeniable magnetism in holding something back. Consider your favorite novel or film. What captivates you isn't just the story itself, but its artful unfolding, the gradual unveiling of layers within characters and plot. Now, turn that lens inward. You are the protagonist of your own evolving narrative, a tapestry woven from dreams, experiences, and reflections. By choosing not to reveal everything at once, you invite others into a deeper engagement with you, a dance of curiosity and discovery. This selective sharing transforms you into a living mystery, one that beckons others to lean in closer. Stoicism champions the quiet power of introspection and self-containment. As Seneca wisely noted, he who guards his inner life has more room for reflection. When you resist the urge to broadcast every detail, you carve out sacred space for growth, contemplation, and authenticity. You're not a 24/7 live stream. You're a curator of your own existence, carefully deciding which moments to share and when. Practicing mystery doesn't mean being evasive. It means discerning what deserves to remain yours alone. Like the Stoics, who spoke of the soul as an inviolable citadel, protect your innermost thoughts. In doing so, you preserve your dignity, nurture self-respect, and cultivate an aura of intrigue that draws people toward you like moths to a flame. There's profound allure in depth, in being someone whose depths have yet to be fully explored. How do you embrace this practice? Begin with small shifts. The next time you feel compelled to share something, whether it's a triumph, a worry, or even a mundane observation, pause. Ask yourself, does this belong to me? Or does it serve the connection I wish to build? Respect your privacy as fiercely as you would another's. Nurture your inner world, your passions, projects, and musings, without feeling obligated to display them for applause. A touch of mystery can spark respect, ignite curiosity, and foster genuine connection. In the symphony of human interaction, constantly taking the lead can drown out the music of reciprocity. Imagine a musician so intent on their solo that they miss the harmony of the ensemble around them. The Stoics remind us of the wisdom in listening, observing, and making space for others to contribute. Communication should flow with intention and mindfulness, not from a need for validation or fear of silence. Reflect on this. If you're always the first to reach out, you may find yourself trapped in a cycle of waiting for responses, recognition, reciprocation. Over time, this imbalance can breed dependency, insecurity, or resentment. Stoicism teaches the value of self-reliance and peace, even in solitude. By refraining from initiating every exchange, you practice autonomy while giving others the chance to step forward. This fosters relationships rooted in mutual respect and balance. To put this into action, examine your patterns of communication. Notice when reaching out stems from habit, anxiety, or the desire to fill a void rather than authentic connection. When that impulse arises, pause. Redirect your energy toward your own pursuits. Immerse yourself in hobbies, reflect on your goals, or simply sit with your thoughts. Let interactions unfold organically, free from pressure or expectation. The Stoics envisioned virtue as the cornerstone of a meaningful life. Justice, temperance, courage, and wisdom weren't abstract ideals, but practical tools for navigating the world. When you embody these principles, you naturally command respect and radiate dignity. Living virtuously isn't about perfection. It's about aligning your actions with values that elevate both yourself and those around you. People are naturally drawn to individuals who possess a deep sense of self-awareness, unwavering principles, and consistent integrity in their actions. But how does one cultivate such an undeniable presence? It begins with understanding yourself, your values, your guiding principles, and your aspirations. Take time to reflect on the legacy you wish to leave behind and the kind of person you strive to become. Then, let those reflections guide your daily choices. Be someone who listens deeply, speaks with purpose, and acts with unshakable integrity. These timeless Stoic ideals, self-reliance, intentional communication, mystery, and virtuous engagement are not mere philosophical abstractions. They are practical tools capable of transforming your life. By embracing these teachings, you can build a life rich with enduring fulfillment while fostering relationships grounded in strength, respect, and mutual connection. Stoicism reminds us that true happiness isn't something we chase externally. It's something we create within ourselves. As you move forward, remember this. Your inner world is like a garden, and the care you give it shapes not only your own reality, but also the world around you. A person who lives with purpose approaches every interaction with full presence. Whether it's during profound conversations, meaningful projects, or even fleeting encounters, they engage fully with their environment and the people in it, offering not just physical attention, but mental and emotional investment as well. This level of intentionality transcends simply being there. It's about showing up completely, aligning your actions with your deepest values, and inspiring others through authenticity and integrity. Stoic philosophy emphasizes the power of self-discipline, the ability to master our impulses and reactions so that we radiate quiet strength, earning respect without seeking it. Living authentically doesn't mean wearing a mask. It means revealing your truest self, rooted in your core beliefs, and letting that truth resonate outward. To begin living this way, start small but deliberately. When frustration bubbles up, practice patience instead of reacting impulsively. When apathy tempts you, choose kindness instead. Stand firmly by those who need support, even when it's inconvenient. Over time, these consistent, thoughtful actions will shape how others perceive you, and more importantly, how you perceive yourself. Authenticity becomes second nature, a reflection of your commitment to living meaningfully and purposefully. Another cornerstone of Stoic wisdom is valuing your time above all else. In today's hyperconnected world, many of us fall into the trap of being perpetually available, often at the expense of our well-being. Yet Stoicism teaches us that time is our most precious resource, one we cannot replenish once it's gone. While we may not control how much time we have, we can decide how to use it wisely. Living intentionally means prioritizing what truly matters, setting boundaries, and saying no when necessary. Saying no to distractions allows you to say yes to what nourishes your soul. To put this principle into practice, take stock of how you spend your days. Are you entangled in obligations that don't align with your values? Do certain activities or relationships drain rather than enrich you? Begin by establishing clear boundaries. At work, be fully present. With loved ones, offer undivided attention. Live each moment mindfully, focusing on the here and now rather than being consumed by past regrets or future anxieties. The Stoics remind us that the present is where life unfolds, and it deserves our fullest engagement. Finally, cultivating inner joy stands as one of Stoicism's most profound lessons. True happiness doesn't stem from external circumstances. It arises from within. Life is inherently unpredictable, filled with peaks and valleys, triumphs and trials. If our joy depends on external events, we're destined for a turbulent ride. Instead, Stoicism encourages us to find contentment internally, independent of the chaos around us. By nurturing inner peace and resilience, we equip ourselves to face life's unpredictability with grace and equanimity. After all, lasting joy isn't found in chasing fleeting pleasures. It's built through the steady cultivation of virtue, perspective, and gratitude. The Stoics champion the idea of nurturing a profound and steadfast sense of fulfillment, one that remains unshaken by life's inevitable highs and lows. By anchoring ourselves in our inner world and aligning our actions with our core values, we build an unyielding foundation that empowers us to face challenges with both resilience and grace. But how do we cultivate this enduring inner joy? The journey begins with clarity, understanding what genuinely fulfills you beyond the fleeting pleasures of the moment. Is it immersing yourself in the serenity of nature, expressing your creativity, expanding your knowledge, or uplifting others through acts of kindness? Whatever it is, carve out time for these pursuits consistently. They're the threads that weave meaning into your life. Next, embrace gratitude as a daily practice. Shift your gaze from what you lack to the abundance already present in your life. This isn't about ignoring difficulties, but rather about finding light even in the darkest moments. Gratitude transforms our perspective, deepening our sense of peace and allowing us to savor the beauty of the present. It becomes a wellspring of joy, reminding us that fulfillment often lies in the simple, overlooked corners of our existence. To truly thrive, focus on becoming invaluable, not by conforming to external expectations, but by honing your unique strengths. This might mean committing to lifelong learning, fostering emotional intelligence, or nurturing virtues like compassion, empathy, and resilience. As you grow, you enrich not only your own life, but also the lives of those around you. The Stoics remind us that our highest calling is to become good human beings who contribute positively to the world. Yet, part of this growth involves letting others see your worth and investing in you. Build relationships rooted in mutual respect and shared progress, creating a virtuous cycle where everyone flourishes. Don't wait for recognition. Share your passions boldly, connect authentically, and remain open to collaboration. When you invest in others while allowing them to invest in you, you foster a community where everyone's strengths are celebrated and nurtured. While Stoicism emphasizes serving others, it also underscores the critical importance of self-care. Prioritizing your well-being isn't selfish, it's essential. To give your best to the world, you must first ensure you're your best. This means caring for your physical health, tending to your emotional needs, and nurturing your mental clarity. Set boundaries, seek support when necessary, and carve out time for reflection and rest. Only when you are strong, stable, and nourished can you fully show up for others. Living by these Stoic principles allows you to craft a life rich with purpose, impact, and fulfillment. It's about living intentionally, aligning your actions with your deepest values, and contributing to the growth and well-being of those around you. When you step into the world with authenticity, purpose, and a profound respect for yourself and others, you create a ripple effect that transforms not only your life, but also the lives of everyone you touch. At its heart, Stoicism teaches us the delicate balance between self-reliance and interconnectedness. There are times when prioritizing your well-being means leaning on others, just as they may lean on you. Think of the flight safety metaphor. Secure your own oxygen mask before assisting others. When you are balanced and healthy, you're better equipped to support the people and causes you cherish. This isn't a call to self-centeredness, but rather an invitation to strike a harmonious balance. When you nourish, rest, and care for yourself, your energy and compassion overflow. You give more freely and generously because your cup is full, not drained. Another profound insight from Stoicism is the wisdom of avoiding excessive emotional attachment to people, possessions, or outcomes. While attachments are natural, relying on them as the cornerstone of happiness can lead to instability. Instead, Stoicism encourages us to find peace within ourselves, cultivating self-contentment and independence so that our joy doesn't hinge on external circumstances. By doing so, we create a reservoir of inner strength that sustains us through life's uncertainties. While it's essential to care deeply and forge meaningful connections with others, true wisdom lies in refusing to let your inner peace be dictated by someone else's behavior or the whims of fleeting circumstances. If you find yourself struggling with this, take a moment to observe your emotional reactions. Are your moods seesawing in response to external events? If so, gently remind yourself that your sense of fulfillment is an inner wellspring, not something handed to you from the outside. Reconnect with that source through practices like meditation or journaling, which act as anchors to your inner strength. Detachment here doesn't mean indifference. It means caring profoundly while safeguarding your emotional equilibrium. As Stoicism teaches, there comes a time when walking away from relationships or situations that no longer nourish us becomes necessary. Not every connection is beneficial, and remaining in toxic or degrading relationships can erode your self-worth. Walking away isn't a sign of weakness. It's an act of profound self-respect. If you're in a dynamic where you're consistently mistreated or undervalued, stepping back for your own peace isn't just acceptable, it's vital. This doesn't mean abandoning compassion. It means protecting your inner serenity and dignity at all costs. To bring these lessons into your daily life, begin each day by identifying the single most important task that will propel you closer to your goals. In a world brimming with distractions, it's easy to fall into the trap of busyness without purpose. But real fulfillment stems not from doing more, but from doing what truly matters. Reflect each morning on one action that aligns with your aspirations. Pour your energy into it, and then release the need to micromanage the results. Trust that your effort, paired with patience, will yield its own rewards. Equally powerful is the practice of visualization. This isn't mere wishful thinking. It's a deliberate mental rehearsal that primes your mind for success. Picture yourself achieving your goals, but don't stop there. Envision the hard work, persistence, and resilience required to get there. By preparing for both the victories and the obstacles, you cultivate a mindset that embraces the journey with clarity and grit. This balanced approach ensures you're ready for whatever comes your way, transforming challenges into stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. By weaving Stoic principles into the fabric of your life, whether in how you navigate relationships, pursue goals, or nurture your emotional well-being, you can craft a life defined by purpose, balance, and deep satisfaction. Remember, Stoicism isn't just a philosophy to admire from afar. It's a practical toolkit for living with intention, strength, and grace, no matter the storms you face. Let it guide you to become the architect of your own destiny, building a foundation rooted in wisdom, courage, and unwavering resolve.